Hello, everybody. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to create your project. Sorry about that. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to create a project in ONshape. For those of you that have used Inventor before, this is going to be a slightly different process because ONshape handles how you kind of manage different parts in a project a little bit differently. So you've got things like, if you go to this Create button, you've got things like folders. A folder might be a good way to keep things for class and then for your own personal use or for IED and then POE next year, things like that. But we're not going to be using folders so much for keeping projects together. ONshape actually lets us do that all in one document. So if you want to start a new project, maybe right now we're working on just learning ONshape. So we're going to create a widgets project. We're just going to create a document and call it whatever our project name is. That might be widgets in this case. Our project at the end of this lesson is going to be the Charmed project. Whatever that project is, give it that name, hit OK, and it's going to open up its modeling system here. Now, I'm going to have to get rid of this here real quick. I don't know if that even is in your way or not. But in ONshape, you have access to all the different types of things you might want to do. Where in Inventor, there are different files. There's part files and assembly files and drawing files and presentation files. All of that happens right here. So we don't even need to leave this page to be able to do that. So along the bottom, you've got right now two tabs. You've got Part Studio 1 and Assembly 1, all within our widgets project. So when you go to make your first part, you're going to do this in Part Studio 1. And you can right click on these and you can rename them. That would be a great idea. In this case, we're just doing practice parts, so this might literally just be part 1. But in another example, when we're actually starting to do a project, you might have better names for these parts that you actually know what they're talking about. To create a new part, you just go to Insert, and then you can create a new part studio or an assembly. We'll talk about assemblies later. Drawing files, we'll talk about those later. And you can actually create folders to organize your stuff along here. You also have an option to import parts from other programs, but chances are most of you aren't going to be doing anything like that right now. So in some of the other videos, I'm going to talk about how to actually go ahead and make parts with this, but that's how you go ahead and create a project in ONshape. Pretty simple. And then all of your parts and all of your assemblies and stuff will just be right down at the bottom. Every time you create a new part, it's going to add a new tab. And you can just keep going right along the bottom there. It'll keep them all there for you.